Yeah, I guess Lamar. Let's start with this. Another 40-point game, 6 of 12 from three. Wasn't quite Penn State, but it was felt similar watching it. When you get going like that, just what's the difference between 20, 22 points and then getting one of these just amazing things where it's 40? What's those of us who aren't on the court, take us through what's happening.
Um, just taking the shots that's open, and then they just going in. My teammates finding me. Coaches drawing up plays. So, all that, contributes to what went on tonight.
I guess, Tucker, to follow up on that, when you have a teammate that you recognize is just sort of in that kind of rhythm, I know there's sort of the temptation to just feed them the ball whenever, but how within the flow of an offense do you keep a player like that just as comfortable as Lamar was tonight?
Yeah, I mean, when you got like him going like that, it makes things really easy for everybody else too. But I think it started, and when he hits one or two, gets it going, then it starts with a couple more play calls for him, and then he hits a couple more, and then at that point it's probably just get out of the way and let him cook. And he does that pretty well too. So, obviously he's a tremendous player that gets it going, and I thought a lot of guys did really well recognizing that and getting him in spots, and then at the same time he just kind of just made tough shots. And he's a special player that's able to do that.
Yeah, it was around 3 weeks ago when you guys lost in Ann Arbor and then been really hot. What's changed? What's flipped with you guys as a team to where you're now playing at just a really high level?
Honestly, man, basketball is just a game of runs. I just feel like, it's our run right now. You'd rather be playing your best basketball in March rather than, January. So we had a lot of things that we had to go back to the drawing board and fix, but that just opened our eyes and let us know that, hey, we got to be a lot better to play in this league and, to play, be able to get to March Madness, punch that ticket.
Yeah, Tucker, your dad said you kind of had never had an extended kind of shooting slump like the one you've kind of gone through this year. Just can you kind of talk about how you've approached trying to fight through it and what was kind of been kind of the key to try to, stay focused and kind of be the playmaker you've been for this team kind of through those shooting struggles?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to shoot the ball really well, but I've viewed it as, I only get so many opportunities to put this jersey on. And, my job is to go out there every night and just do whatever we can to, try and win as many games as possible and enjoy these, these games while they last. I've tried to, impact the game in other ways. I know, shooting's been a little bit of a struggle of late, but, just kind of trying to find that balance of, making plays for other guys, doing other things other than shooting, and then, at the same time, still trying to believe in myself and, take the ones and being aggressive at the same time. But, when you got a guy like this on your team, he makes everything fun and enjoyable to be around. So, that's just been my approach and continue to go forward.
Tucker, how much does having a guy like Lamar raise the ceiling of what this team is capable of this season?
I mean, when you have a guy like that, especially – when you get into some of the biggest games, no matter who we line up against, he gives us a chance every night. And then on top of that, when everybody else is playing well and he's cooking like that, it can make us a really dangerous team. Even against some of the best teams in the country.
Tucker, when things are going well as a team, what makes this team special? I mean, you had a lot of assists, your turnovers were down, you shot the three well. What is it about this team that really thrives?
I think the best part about this team is everybody enjoys being around each other. Everybody enjoys competing together. And kind of like Lamar said, during that 4-game stretch, it'd be really easy to point the finger, at guys and, try and – but I thought we really stick together. And that's what's fun about this group. Even through the 4-game stretch, I thought we came in every day at practice, continued to, really work at what we need to work on. And, it's kind of resulting in this run that we've been on a little bit so far. And now we get a week to kind of rest up well needed and, hope to continue that success.
Lamar, I know it's cliche, but do you feel like the game's kind of slowing down for you? It just seems like late shot clock or, just situationally, you seem like you're never fazed by anything and you've always got a trick up your sleeve.
Man, that's just come with old age, man. I've been playing this game for a long time. Grateful to be able to play college, for a minute. But, when you got the guys around you like Nick, Tuck, Sam, that could all space the floor and help you, and then you got Connor and stuff like that, it makes the game so much easier, man, because everybody's on the one accord, and we always play like how we prepare. if you come in practice, we're playing the same way as you see in the game. So when you just stack days like that, man, it just makes it easy.
Yeah, Lamar, you start 0 for 5 tonight, but obviously get 41. What was going through your head when you missed those first few shots and then to be able to turn it around tonight?
Nothing, for real. That's what basketball is, man. You make shots, you miss shots. And coach and 12 and other guys always, we try to live on that next play mentality, man. You miss one, next play. So it was easy. Everybody kept telling me keep shooting, and then one fell, then the rest happened.
Lamar in the back here. After a 41-point game, how much fun were you having out there? Like, what made this game different for you personally?
Me personally, anytime I get to, play basketball, I have fun. But, just playing with the team, seeing how excited they was for me to, get it. Honestly, I was trying to come out there, like last 2 meetings, I was trying to come out and coach wouldn't let me come out. So he was telling me, just go out there and keep playing. So it was pretty fun, man.
Yeah, Tucker, for Sam, he had 16 points tonight, 8 for 8 from the field. What did you see from him that made him so successful offensively tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think Sam, it starts with his approach every day. He's kind of our motor and enthusiasm every day, and I think that kind of leads to the success he's had as of late too. When he's so versatile at that position, it's a tough matchup for guys, and then I think obviously when you have Lamar going like that, and it opens that floor, opens the paint up a little bit for him too. So, but I'd say just his enthusiasm and his approach every day has really led to what he's been able to produce for us.
Yeah, Tucker, with Lamar here, obviously everyone looks at his three-point shooting, but how have you seen him really develop his overall scoring ability, especially from kind of the first time the teams in the Big Ten really saw him play?
Yeah, I mean, I'd even say, I've only really seen him play every day since the summer, but I'd say since that point, everybody when he walked in the gym knew he could shoot. But I'd say his approach every day and his progress in just becoming a complete scorer over the last few months has been really impressive. And on top of that, he doesn't just hold the ball. Like he makes plays for other guys. He screens well. And when you have a guy like that can draw the attention, that really helps the team. I'm very grateful to be a part of a team with him on it.